Hello students, today we are going to discuss about class 9 science. In biology, improvement in food resources. In that, improvement in crop yield, crop variety improvement, crop protection management, in that nutrient management. In physics, gravitation, in that thrust and pressure. Archimedes principle. In chemistry, structure of atom. In that, electron distribution, valency, atomic number and mass number. Question number 1. Which one is an oil yielding plant among the following? A. Lentil, B. Sunflower, C. Cauliflower, D. Hibiscus. The answer is sunflower. Lentils are pulse yielding plants, cauliflower is a vegetable, and hibiscus is a flower, whereas sunflower is used to make oil. Question number 2. Assertion and reason. Assertion: green manure helps in improving soil fertility. Reason: green manure plants are blown back into the soil before they mature. The options are A. Both A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. Option B. Both A and R are true and R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. The answer is both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Because green manure refers to certain plants that are grown and blown back into the soil before they mature. These plants add organic matter to the soil and increase its nitrogen content when they decompose. This improves soil fertility, structure and water holding capacity naturally. Question number 3. Classify the crops on the basis of growing seasons and also mention one example of each. Kharif crop grown in rainy season, June to October, example paddy. Rabi crop grown in the winter season, November to April, example wheat. Question number 4. A farmer is advised to use manures in his field which has clayed soil. How will adding of manure improve the soil texture of his field? Why are manures said to be organic and considered as eco-friendly? Name the different types of manures. The answer is the drawback of clayed soil is waterlogging. When he adds manure, the organic matter in it which help in draining off excess water and thereby improve the soil texture. Manure is said to be organic as they are prepared from plants and animals' remains or waste. Manures are considered as eco-friendly as they do not degrade the soil quality, neither pollute the soil nor affect useful microbes in the soil. The different types of manures are compost and vermicompost green manures.
Section B. Chemistry. Question number 5. The ion of an atom has two negative charges. Mass number of the atom is 16 and the number of neutrons is 8. What is the number of electrons in the ion? The options are option A 6, option B 7, option C 8, option D 10. The answer is option D 10 because mass number equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. So the number of protons equal to mass number minus number of neutrons. Mass number equal to 16, number of neutrons is equal to 8. So 16 minus 8 equal to 8. As the ion has two negative charges, So number of electrons equal to 8 plus 2 equal to 10. Question number 6. An element X contains 6 electrons in M shell as valence electron. Section A. What is the atomic number of X? The atomic number is either the number of electrons or the number of protons. So, if the X contain 6 electrons in M shell as valence electron, so the electronic configuration can be distributed in K shell as 2 electrons and L shell as 8 electrons. So, the M shell is also 6 electrons. So, the atomic number totally we can equate and say the atomic number 16. So, the atomic number of X is equal to 16. And section B. Identify whether X is a metal or non-metal. Since the atomic number is 16, it is to be a oxygen. So, the X is a non-metal. Question number 7. The atomic number of an element Y is 17. Section A. What its electronic distribution in various shells? The electronic distribution in various shells can be K shell, L shell, M shell. As we are having the atomic number is 17, it can be distributed in K shell as 2, L shell as 8 and the remaining electron as 7 in M shell. So K equal to 2, L equal to 8 and M is equal to 7. Section B. What is the number of valence electrons in Y? The valence electron is nothing but the outermost shell of the electrons in the valence shell. So the answer is 7. Since we are having K is equal to 2, L is equal to 8 and outer shell M can be remaining electrons as 7 electrons. So the answer is 7 valence electrons. Section C. How many electrons are needed to complete the octet of Y? The octet is nothing but the outermost shell should be containing 8 electrons. Since we are having 7 electrons in the M shell, so in order to attain the 8 electrons in the outermost shell, we are having to be 1 electron in the outermost shell. So we need 1 electron to complete the octet of the Y. So the 1 electron is the answer for the C option.
Section C. Physics. Question number 8. An iron nail and a piece of cork have the same mass. The nail sinks in water while the cork floats. If both are tied together with a string and placed in water, what will happen? Option A. Both will sink together. Option B. Both will float together. Option C. They will remain just at the water surface. Option D. The cork will try to float and the nail will try to sink. Their combined behavior will depend on the balance between the total weight and the upthrust on the combined volume. Answer option D. The cork will try to float and the nail will try to sink. Their combined behavior will depend on the balance between the total weight and the upthrust on the combined volume. Explanation. The cork is less dense than water, so it experiences more upthrust than its weight and floats. The nail is denser than water, so it sinks. When tied together, the two act as a single system with a larger total volume than the nail alone. Whether the system floats or sinks depends on whether the upthrust on this combined volume is enough to balance their total weight. This shows that floating or sinking does not depend only on mass but on the relation between weight and upthrust. Question number 9. Assertion and reason. Assertion. The foundation of a tall building is always kept wider than its walls. Reason. A wider foundation increases the total downward thrust exerted by the building, requiring the base to be larger to prevent sinking into the ground. Answer option C. A is true but R is false. Explanation. Assertion A is true. Buildings have wide foundations to reduce the pressure on the ground, preventing the heavy structure from sinking. Reason R is false. A wider foundation does not increase the building's total downward thrust. The thrust is constant. The foundation simply increases the area over which that constant thrust acts. Question number 10. A wooden block of mass 5 kg rests on a tabletop. The block has dimensions of 40 cm, 20 cm, 10 cm. If the block is placed on its side having dimensions 20 cm, 10 cm, calculate the pressure it exerts on the tabletop. Take the acceleration due to gravity g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Answer. Force is equal to mass multiple acceleration due to gravity. Force equal to 5 kg multiple 9.8 meter per second square. Then force is equal to 49 Newton. Then area A is equal to length multiple width. By applying values, we are getting area is equal to 0.02 meter square. Then pressure is equal to force by area is equal to 49 Newton by 0.02 meter square. We are getting answer 2450 Pascal. Question number 11a. A wooden block floats in a beaker of fresh water. Salt is then added and stirred. What will happen to the wooden block? Explain your answer in terms of the factors on which buoyant force depends. Answer. Adding salt increases water's density and buoyant force, so the wooden block floats higher. Question 11b. A sealed can of mass 800 gram has a volume of 300 centimeter cube. Will this can sink in kerosene? Density of kerosene is 800 kg by meter cube. Answer B. Density is equal to mass by volume. By apply the value of mass and volume, we are getting answer 2666 kg by meter cube. Since density of the can is greater than the density of kerosene, so the can will sink in kerosene. Question number 11c. State Archimedes' principle and give one of its applications. Answer C. Archimedes' principle states that when a body is immersed in a fluid, it experiences an upward force equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by it. Application. Any one application. It is used in designing ships and submarines, lactometers, which are used to determine the purity of a sample of milk, and hydrometers used for determining density of liquids are based on this principle. Thank you.